Again, well, we condemn David, right? Turn over to 2 Samuel chapter 11. David committed a horrendous sin. I mean, super major sin. Okay? Adultery, murder. I mean, these are not minor sins. But guess what? Before the adultery and before the murder was the lust in the heart. When sin has conceived, lust and sin is conceived, it bringeth forth death. We've been going through James. 2 Samuel 11, verse 1, and it came to pass after the year that was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in evening tide that David rose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. All right? Now, the Bible's clear, like, hey, David should have been going out to war. He should have been with his troops. He should have been working, right? And a lot of people get in trouble. They're not working hard, and they get in trouble, looking at lusting and doing things they shouldn't. But he did wrong. David was wrong. He looked upon a woman that wasn't his wife, and then he thought the wrong thoughts, and then he acted on those things. He was absolutely in the wrong. But let me ask you a question. What about the woman in this story? Have you ever stopped to think about her? Now, if David could see her, then she could see David. Okay? Have you ever thought about that? And let's be honest, most of the time we know when somebody's watching us. Like, there's that sixth sense. You ever notice that? I'm not trying to be weird, but like, it's true. Like, somebody's staring at us, we're just like, you turn and look at them, catch their eye. I believe she knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't inside. Didn't have the curtains drawn. I mean, how hard would it have been to put a blanket up or something to cover up? You say, well, we had to put the bath on the roof. Okay, fine. Well, put a curtain up or something, right? Have some modesty. So I believe I knew what she was doing. And women, will often act innocent. Oh, I'm just swimming. I'm just bathing, whatever. But, I think women often know what they are doing when they go out in public. And women want their bodies to be seen. They like to be seen of men, unclothed. It's the flesh. Men like to look, and women like to show. It's the flesh. And they know exactly what that does to a man. Now, she didn't know what the consequences would be. Bathsheba, she might have just loved to be looked at because she was beautiful. She liked to have the second look by men. Like, woo, that kind of thing. She liked when men looked when she showed off her thighs or her chest. But she had no idea that her home was about to be wrecked and her husband murdered. I'll tell you what. Bathsheba was somewhat complicit in this crime. Had she kept her clothes on in public, all this might not have ever happened. And you say, that's victim shaming. Okay. But it happened. It happened. And I'm not shaming the victim. I mean, the Bible condemns David really, really clearly. He should have controlled his lust. He shouldn't have looked. He should have made a covenant with his eyes. But I'll say this, often women incite lust in men that cannot be righteously satisfied.